Yeah, pretty elementary, just kind of moving around, getting the body going, doing some PFPs, but more so just meeting people and getting to know guys and staff. But it's been really fun so far.
What do you, just when you look at this roster or this pitching staff, I think Tyler said insane was the word he used. Spring said nasty. Just wanted, to describe, what you're stepping into.
Yeah, I mean, there's a reason why I wanted to come here. I mean, you look at all the guys that we have, and everybody can post numbers. Everybody can keep us in a ball game to win games ultimately. So it's going to be fun to work with a staff like that. I had an awesome opportunity to work with a great staff in Philly, and this is just right up there with it, if not better. So I'm really excited to get going and really know these guys inside and out.
And being a guy from in Orlando, what's it like just to be back home?
It's great. I love Florida. I love the weather here. It's going to be a 2-hour drive from my family down I-4 anytime they want to see us. So it truly is a blessing to play close to home.
What's it like playing for Kevin Cash? I mean, I don't know if you met him before. Now that you know him, he's your skipper.
Yeah, it's been great so far. Talked to him, a couple times in the off season and being around him the past couple of days. Just really looking forward to it. Seems like a very laid back, professional atmosphere, which I'm a full supporter of. Get in, get your stuff done, and have a good day, kind of thing. So, it's been, like I said, it's been a lot of fun so far.
Can you share what you bring to the starting rotation?
Yeah. I mean, that's a great question for on the spot, but I'm a strike thrower. I'm going to pound the zone. I want to eat innings as much as I can. My goal every time I go out is to pitch the entire game, regardless if I'm going 5, 6, 7 innings. There's always the mindset of finish the game. So, kind of in a nutshell, that's what I'm going to bring. A little intensity, but it's going to be a lot of fun.
How much do you pay attention to other pitchers? Like, before coming here, were you aware of Shane McClanahan and what he does in Tyler Glasnow? What were your thoughts on them before making?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, those guys are nasty. I played against Tyler, get him out in the minor leagues, and then with Pittsburgh. So I'm pretty familiar with him. And obviously what Shane did last year was just incredible. Watching from a distance. I'm one of those guys where I do enjoy watching baseball, watching other games, during the season. So it was always fun to keep up with those guys because to a fault I kind of still always root for the Rays. So, it was really cool to watch those guys do what they did.
So along with that, did you grow up a Rays fan then?
Mm-hmm. I did. Yep. Orlando Rays fan. Yep.
So would you go out would the whole family drive to the
top? Not necessarily my family, but me and my buddies, in high school or right before high school, we would take trips out to Tampa and go to the games when the Yankees were in town, Red Sox were in town, all that stuff. So probably been to 15, 20, 30 games over the past 15-ish years. So it's been cool.
Is this a childhood dream for you then?
Yes. Just to be able to put the Rays jersey on. I grew up a pretty significant fan of the Rays, so this is a really cool experience for me.
Do you ever remember talking to your friends in high school, one day I'm going to play for the Rays?
Not really. I really just wanted to make the major leagues. I knew what kind of business it was, and everything's pretty much out of your control after the draft. So it's really cool to kind of, 10 years ago I was drafted, 11 years ago I was drafted. I thought I was going to the Rays, but I didn't. And then here we are 10, 11 years later, and I'm a Ray. So I truly believe everything works out for a reason. And like I said, I'm just super excited to be here.
Zack, you mentioned your strike throwing ability, and you're really good at limiting walk shift in your whole career. What do you kind of credit that skill? Why do you think you're good at that skill?
Probably because the top of my list as a pitcher is don't walk people. I hate walking people. I love challenging people. I love seeing what guys can do off me and what I can do against them. And walking is just kind of giving in. It's kind of caving in my mind. So I understand pitching around certain guys in certain situations, but the day that I start walking people is the day that I'll probably retire. So.
Have you always been like that, or has it?
Pretty much.
Walks increased.
Pretty much.
Your career?
I'm kind of a purebred sinker baller, which in return requires you to throw strikes to get weak contact. So I've kind of came up through the system like that. Every pitching coach I've had has kind of hounded that to me. So I love that trait about myself. I absolutely hate walking guys. So hopefully going to continue that.
Does it feel strange being kind of one of the new guys, but you've been around the league a long time?
Yeah, it's very strange. It really is. I was so accustomed to being with Philly the last 8-9 years, being around that staff, that organization, and then one day you come here to Disney and you're on a different team. But the guys have been so great. The staff has been amazing. And everything I've heard from guys that have been through this organization have been all positive things, amazing things, great families, great teammates, great staff, great front office, and that's really kind of a spot that me and my wife wanted to settle in at. So to not only be a diehard Rays fan growing up, but to hear all those things really kind of complement each other, and ultimately just really excited to be here.
Is there any challenges to making the switch going from the National League to the American League, or is it you're used to facing hitters?
Yeah, we're used to facing hitters, and that, last year we didn't have the DH, so it kind of we've with Philly, we've typically played the Yankees a lot, the Red Sox a lot. We've traveled to and from Toronto a good amount, so familiar with most of the teams. So I don't think it'll be a significant change, but it'll be cool, facing new guys.
Going back to the full rotation, I mean, you've obviously seen some of the National League best ones as well. You have 5 guys that they kind of say everybody could be a number one. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to rank them, or you rank just like how good can this be, and where can it kind of compare?
Really as good as we want to be. I mean, you saw a taste of it last year with all those guys. I mean, they were absolutely incredible the entire year. So I'm looking forward to kind of sliding right in and benefiting those guys and helping in any way I can, but also at the same time learning from everything that they have in their heads too. That's one thing I love doing, is kind of communicating with pitchers and seeing what really put those guys over the edge, what's putting me over the edge kind of thing. So, really looking forward to that.
Is there a word to describe the 5 of you guys? Is there the talent, potential?
Maybe ask me in a couple weeks.
Gotcha.
Let me get around these guys a little bit first.
I think Springs went with nasty.
Nasty, it's a good one. It's a good one. Yeah, I'll give you an answer here in a couple weeks.
A couple of significant rule changes. Just how does that? Have you been briefed on those, and what's your kind of approach now that there are a couple new things to consider when you're out there?
Yeah, I haven't necessarily been briefed on too much. I've obviously read the changes. I've always been a quick worker, so I don't really care about the pitch clock. And the shift, I've always wanted people to beat me straight up, so I honestly could care less.
I noticed that you were wearing your knee brace out there. Is that just something you always have to manage?
It was something that we decided to do last year with Philly, and it kind of was more so just a protection kind of thing. It's not like I need it. It's more so just there just in case anything happens. It's no secret I've had knee issues over the years. So anything I can do to prevent anything further is pretty beneficial in my mind.
Do you pitch with it or just work out?
Last year I pitched in it, so I'm still kind of up in the air with it. I don't need to pitch with it, but it's more so, like I said, a comfort thing. I want to prevent anything if possible.
Like PFP or something.
Exactly.
That makes sense, right?
Yep. So we'll see.
Everybody good?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.